Similarly, with the teepee, we were never taught the teepee teachings because throughout our early life, we were taught all these values, no matter what we did. You know, respect was one of the big cornerstone ones that I remember. You know, and the obedience is really key. I think humility, you know, what I'm learning today, humility for me came later because humility was kind of you don't go around bragging, you know, like about your gifts. You don't go around bragging and saying, "Oh, I can do this better than you. Here, let me do it." You know, but because we really respected and cared for our parents, I come from a big family, you know, like 20 of us, right? And so growing up, there was always a lot of us, and we had to learn how to be connected in a team in all the chores we did. I remember, like every summer, we'd be out in the bush gathering the berries, getting ready for winter, the hunting, drying meat, and everything. And we'd be in a wagon, and I remember this one place. It was towards, you know, late in the afternoon, and my dad saw that there was, you know, storm clouds coming, and he says, "We're going to stop here, Manogig." You know what I mean? Like set up the teepee, and we'd get off. Somebody would be looking after the wood, the water. Everybody had a task, and you know, if somebody you weren't assigned to that task. You would just say, "I'm going to go get the water." And then my dad would say, "Manobi kiawao." And we'd be able to set up a teepee, say, in 10, 15 minutes to be up, you know. But like what Kim was saying about you, you were doing things and, you know, you knew, you know, like you weren't talking about exact sequence of everything, but it was just a skill acquired, you know, cultural internalized skill that you just pick it up, you do it, it's done. You know what I mean? And there'd be about 3 of us setting up the teepee, and we'd be young, you know, 10 years old, 11 years old, and we could do all this because we were taught that through observation. I know my dad would be, you know, doing something else, taking care of the horses, putting away the harnesses and everything, but out of the corner of his eye, we could feel he's monitoring us over here, see that we're doing it properly so that it's not gonna taswigapay or blow over if there's a wind.